Are we recording? Yes. Okay, here we go. So, how does the World Table work? Well, think of it as a community of people who are all committed to behaving well online. Here's how it works. First, everyone who joins the World Table discloses 4 very important details about themselves: their real names, where they're from, their religion, and their political persuasion. If you don't have a religion or you're adamantly not religious, those are equally valid details about you that people will want to know. The point here is to help you state who you really are and what your highest ideals are. The same thing goes for your political persuasion. Just choose the category that best represents who you are. Do you usually lean left? Do you usually lean right? Or are you generally neutral or independent? Again, just choose the category that best represents who you are. Once you've described who you are and what you're about, everyone agrees to follow a simple code of conduct called the Way of Openness. Things like be honest, be kind, listen well, share the floor. You get the idea. Everyone agrees to live by those same rules at the World Table. When you first get inside, you'll find yourself at your own table. Here you can start adding all sorts of content and things to explain in more detail the specifics of what you believe, or elaborate more on the various nuances of your political positions, or whatever you'd like to say. As you browse through the content, you'll notice that everyone has a small thumbnail associated with their behavior. Not just on their bio, but with everything they say or do publicly at the table. And on that thumbnail, you'll see their picture, their name, their location, their religion, and their political persuasion just as they have defined it. But then you'll notice a number in the top right corner of everyone's little profile thumbnail. And that number is called your World Table score. And how that World Table score is calculated is based on how others around you perceive your behavior. So, at any time, if you click this little rate reply button associated with that particular comment or article, this little score box pops up and you can score that person based on these 5 things: their honesty, how respectful they are, their knowledge of the subject they're talking about, how fair they're being, and how likable they are. The average of these 5 categories is your score of that person's behavior at that time, and that score is added to his or her overall World Table score. You can also add some of your own commentary, or just comment and not rate, and voila! But you don't have to be limited to members of the World Table to rate public behavior. After all, public behavior is public behavior. You can simply pull in content from any site. Identify the person you are rating and voila! A new conversation has begun. Only this time, the feedback and commentary will now come from other members of the World Table who are also committed to having real discussions. Because, after all, it's not really about the numbers or the score. It's about having a safe place to talk and get feedback from sources that are credible and people you can trust. No anonymous trolls, no hollow threats, no hidden agendas, just honest conversations between people who really want to get to the heart of things. After all, don't the best conversations happen around the table? Come take a seat.